Motown the Musical is on stage this week at DPAC, and it stars some local talent. Reed Shannon from Raleigh, who plays young Michael Jackson, young Berry Gordy, and young Stevie Wonder, and my friend Robert Hartwell, also from Raleigh, who plays Jermaine Jackson. And Robert is here now. I'm so excited. I feel like Oprah, because Robert's here.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm such a fan of My Carolina Today.
Oh my gosh.
And of you, of course.
I'm such a fan of you. Just love everywhere. So you may not know, but Robert and I were in class together at North Carolina Dance Institute years ago, and he is an amazing dancer. Do you get to show off your dance moves in this show?
Oh my gosh, that's the funnest part of this show, is that because we start in the 50s and we end in the 80s, we get to show off all the moves that you saw your parents do, all the moves that you saw your grandparents do, and then all the moves that you saw Michael Jackson start to do in the 80s. So we get to go through literally the entire gamut of moves. But it makes it tricky as far as a dancer of how to make a step snap smooth in the 50s, but how it, starts to move in the 60s. So it's a lot of fun, but we definitely get to work out.
What's the most fun about playing Jermaine?
The most fun is getting to connect with the two little boys that play Michael Jackson. I mean, because we've now seen them, we started the show off and they were 12 years old. And now the boys are, each turning 13 years old. And, they're like turning into like little men. And they are like our little brothers backstage. And, we see them go to school every day. Their tutor, travels with us. So to see them start to grow up and just really finesse these roles, that's the most fun in the world for us, you know, and we joke with them and literally just like tease them like big brothers are supposed to do.
That's what I was going to say. You're like a big brother for these young actors you work with.
Yeah, and they are growing into just the most incredible, fine, performers. And I just cannot wait for Raleigh to see Reed, because he's amazing.
Yeah,
he's amazing.
What is it like for you to be home to perform?
It's an honor, because this is where I got my start. I always advocate local arts. If it weren't for Raleigh Little Theater, at 7 years old, I would have never seen Cinderella, and I would have never sat in that theater and felt the magic of live theater for the first time for free, and then from there were just so many wonderful people like Kirsty Tice, who love her, who just loved me and helped me, fine-tune my love for the craft, So to be able to come back here and be doing what I talked about I wanted to do at 7 years old, it's a dream come true. It really is.
So Robert not only is touring, Robert also has done shows on Broadway. And I'm sure there's a lot of young performers watching who want to do what you are doing. What advice would you give them?
I would say just keep going. Absolutely just keep going. And find as many outlets as possible. I always say, if you ask, you're either going to get a yes or a no. So there is a 50% chance that it will probably be a yes, or if it's not a no, maybe the next time it'll be a yes. So one of the huge blessings in my life was going to North Carolina School of the Arts in Winston-Salem. And from there, I just got to meet so many incredible people and get a really awesome foundation for my education before I went off to college. And I think that the more that we educate ourselves, it builds that confidence. I mean, it breaks you down. Don't get me wrong. NCSA,
Is it like Fame, Debbie Allen? You want fame?
It was terrible. It was so terrible. There were really moments where I thought, am I going to make it? Is this really going to happen, But now coming back here and getting to perform in my hometown, I mean, it just doesn't get much better than that. It really doesn't.
Barbara, thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
And best
Philanda.
to you and to Reed and to everybody in the cast.
Thank you. We'll see you there.